60. So that's right then, boys and girls, mainly lads though, you know what I mean. Weird intro, I know, that's me. Welcome back to the channel. Be good if I could change gear. Yeah, right, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, stick around. If you like what you see, consider subscribing, like the video, dislike it if you don't. It's all feedback for me. Now then, today, as you can read by the title, I'm in a 350-ish brake horsepower 1 Series. Now, that's mainly just the title, because every time I use M140i as the title, I feel like it's just reused and rehashed, even though it is a 350 brake horsepower 1 Series. Let's be honest, it ain't like a 120 done up, it's a full-fledged 140. So with that being said, we're gonna do some B-road bashing, and yeah, I'm gonna be talking absolute utter rollop while I do it. So hopefully you enjoy. As for the driving, I'm currently, oh, here we go. I thought we could get some decent speeds around here, but obviously not, because there's a tarmac truck behind me, in front of me even. I'm in traction mode. Turn that off. I'm also going to turn the screen off so you can't see what I've been listening to. I did try and do that earlier, but it must have come back on. I'm in traction mode, so it's Hasbo pop and bangs. Oh, he's going the same way I am as well. Hasbo pop and bangs are on. You can't hear them because I was too slow. Oh, what a nightmare. Everyone always comes down on the same time you try and film a video, don't they? So, like I keep trying to say, traction and manual gearbox. So, that's about as sporty as it gets. I'm using the paddle shifters. I have actually asked Santa for some new paddle shifters, the ones in the M cars, like the M2. You know me, I love to talk about an M2. Just gets me going, you know what I mean? So I apologise about this. I might have to pull over and wait for these to go while I just explain what's going off. In fact, I might even pull up, show the car, then get back in and catch up to him. So weather's conditions, they're all right. Looks like it might rain, but I don't think it's gonna out. They just love it when people do 30, not even 30, 20 on 60 roads. And I'm not talking about the tarmac guy, because fair enough, he's got a trailer on. I'm on about the guy in front. It's a 60 road. If you ain't doing 60, you ain't doing it right. So yeah, of course, I can't even pull over to show you the car because people take the spaces. Get a grip, melt. Anyway, so obviously that was close. We're in the sportiest settings. Weather conditions are good, and I haven't filmed one of these in a while, so I thought, why not bang a video out. Here we are, we can pull over it, show you the beast. So, oh, let's hope there's no stones or anything on there, and hopefully no one fucking pulls over, because they're gonna see a right weirdo when I get out. So hopefully you can see. I'll wait till this guy gets out, because I'm gonna look like an absolute creep. So the interior, if you're new to the channel, boring as out. Black, subtle, with blue stitching on the headrests, and no, there isn't blue stitching. I thought there was blue stitching on the seat belts, but there isn't. I guess it's PoV spec. I've got the heated seat on, because why not? My lucky duck, my cracked windscreen, and everything else I'm about to show you in just a minute. So I'll pop out. Oh god, there's a car. So I'm gonna go hide in the corner here. So, as you can see, while I hide and show you my car, because it's embarrassing, I've got my canards done, and I've got the eyelids done since the last time I did one of these. Now, what I've noticed, other than when I curbed the fuck out of my wheel, is I've only got one M badge there, when normally they have two. But this side, just doesn't have it. So I don't know who the previous owner was, whether it's had a bang and I don't know about it and they've just tried to play it off without insurance. But it normally has 2 M badges. Obviously still got the everything else there. Exhaust tips and 0 diffuser. This, which is covered in dirt, that's going. Boot lid, spoiler, Goodyear, tyre writing, and actual Goodyears, to be fair, so I ain't a fraud. And yeah, that's it. So now I can actually boot it again. I'm gonna boot it because that's what you clicked on the video for, and I don't want to disappoint you guys. So yeah, oh, your head just hit that. I think we're golden, so let's do a quick launch as well. Hopefully these guys don't think, what the fuck, if I can actually engage launch control, which I can't. Woohoo! Fucking beast. Apologies about the language. This ain't made for kids. But with that being said, I try my best not to swear. Sometimes you just have to. So if you're a regular on the channel, 1, I appreciate you, and 2, you'll know that I come on these roads quite a lot, because other than the odd horse and cyclist, as you can see, and I was gonna swear again, the typical British driver on the road doing way less than the speed limit, it's a decent set of roads. Now I passed these guys a minute ago, they're probably thinking, what the fuck is this guy doing? So I won't speed past, but I will give him a quick pull. I think I can see him smiling. But yeah, it brings a smile to people's faces, mine included, hopefully yours. So if it does, please like the video, comment. I just hit your head again. That's the trouble. I'm not the tallest guy. I have got my seat quite low down. Actually, I think it's on the lowest setting, to be fair. I'm about 6 foot, 6'1" in the morning, you know, because you're actually taller in the morning. You learn something new every day, if you didn't already know that. But yeah, the headroom isn't an issue, but I imagine when you've got, maybe you're on track, if you ever do track, when you have to wear a helmet, I imagine it'd be pretty close to touching, because I've got about 4 or 5 inches between my head and this, which is on the lowest setting. So obviously, if you liked being sat upright and be able to see over that inline 6, you'd probably bang your head on it. And obviously, if you're wearing a GoPro on your head, you definitely will bang your head on it, like I have been doing. Hopefully you guys can see this, because I don't really want to do more than 1 take, because the price of petrol is ridiculous at the minute. I'm from around the Midlands area in England, and the price of V-Power, which I've stopped filling up with, I've gone to Tesco 99 now, but V-Power at a minute where I live is £1.64 a litre. So for you Americans, obviously I doubt there'll be many Americans here, because they didn't release this car in America. You've got the 240s, the 235s, but you didn't get the 140. So I don't know if many Americans are watching this. If you are, I know a lot of you guys are moaning about the price of petrol, but you are paying around 70 pence per litre, and we're paying almost £1 or $1.10 more. So stop whining. You got nothing to moan about. You keep filling up your 6 litre engines, and we'll moan in our 3 litres and 2 litres. But yeah, I don't know where I was going with that one, but yeah, oh, the screen's come back on. I try and turn the screen off because sometimes it flickers. Now then, getting into a bit of a topic that I can just talk bollocks about. I do actually want to feature more cars. Now, if you didn't click the video, which I don't think you would have, because it didn't do the greatest, I filmed a video with my friend and his classic Mini, and that is another POV drive. So if you do like the POVs and you want a bit of something else other than BMWs, I did film a classic Mini POV, so you can go check that out. It's not as quick as this, but it is a lot of fun to drive, and I think you should check the video out. So yeah, also on that note, I do want to get more cool cars on the channel. So if you've got an interesting build or an M car, because I do want to get an M car on, because a lot of you guys are subbed because of the Beamer. In fact, almost all of you are. And 60. So that's I'd love to get an M2, M3, M4, M5, M8. I doubt anyone even owns an M8 because they're just ridiculous. But I wouldn't say no to it. I'd love to get a video on them, or any sports hatch, coupe, fucking kit car, drag race car, anything that we can talk around, drive on, even drive on track. Hell, it could even be a go-kart. I don't care. I'm interested in filming with your car if you've got a cool one. So drop me a DM on Insta, it's SamPotter140, or you can leave a comment under this video or any video saying, hey Sam, I've got a cool car, want to film a video with it, and yeah, I'll get back to you. If it's cool, we'll meet up. I'd love to get some Audis on the channel. Audi RS3 maybe, I do know a guy. S3s, S5, RS5, RS7, R8, anything. So yeah, I'd love to get the videos on the channel because it'll bring a wider audience and it'll be just more interesting. So you don't have to let me drive your car, but if you want to, I'm more than happy to drive it. I won't drive it like I drive this because this is my car. I know it in and out. So yeah, anyway, shoot me a message or whatever and I'll stop rambling on about that. And yeah, also let me know what you want to see. I'm pretty sure I say this in every video. They almost hear each other then. Pretty sure I say this in almost every video. UK roads are shocking. Now then, in terms of this car, there's not much I want to do. However, there are a few things I want to do. I want to fix the dent. That needs fixing, the crack in the windscreen. I need some new tyres. I'd like a louder exhaust, but that all depends on whether I'm saving up for a new car or I'm going to upgrade this and keep it a bit longer. But I've sort of got this mindset of I'm saving for a new car, so other than spending what I have to on this car, and obviously maybe a few minor things, nothing major, I'm not really fussed about dropping a fortune on it and making it an absolute beast. Like, I've considered going the whole making this into an M car with obviously the LSD, which is one of the main things this is lacking, the M4 control arms for better sturdiness at top speeds. What else? Maybe wider tyres for better grip, but all of that already comes on any M car. You've got the M2, for example, not even the M2 comp, the OG M2 with the N55. I feel like the only thing that is letting the M2 down, the OG M2 that is the fact that it's got the N55 in, and a lot of people seem to think that BMW sort of did them injustice there by putting an M-Lite engine into an M car, and obviously they fixed that by putting the S55 out of the M3 and M4 into the M2 comp, but the price also shows for that. So I think if you want to get an M car and you want to get into a proper M car, I'd either consider getting an M140i or an M240 3.5, you know, them lights, and ease your way into it, and the money you'd save from not buying an M2 you could put on upgrades, or just bite the bullet and get an M2, because I think you can pick an M2 up with fairly decent miles, probably sub 40k, sub 30k, for about 30 grand, which for what you get is pretty good. Like, from the factory they come with 380 brake, probably like 500, 550 Newton meters of torque. because it's still a single turbo engine, but you get the upgrades that you need. Obviously with the 135 engine and the 235 engine, it's still the N55, but it doesn't have like the upgraded sump, so you tend to if you do donuts, you can kill your engine, whereas in the M2 they fix that issue by upgrading the sump and making it better in almost every way. So obviously you've got the better looks, the wider wheels, the wider tires, the more aggressive stance and aggressive look. This is all from factory. Obviously you can do everything that I'm talking about to a 235i as well, but yeah, I'd probably consider a 240i if you wanted an M2 but you're on a budget, or like I say, just biting the bullet and getting an M2. Now with that being said as well, I want your opinions. My next car is going to be an M car, that's 100% guaranteed, other than maybe getting a track car, but it's finding the space to actually put it. It's going to be an M car, that's for sure, but is it going to be an M2 comp, or is it going to be an M3 or an M4? Now I've looked at M4s and I love the look of them. Right, bear with. Just like that, caught up to the speed limit and overdone them. That's why I love this car, and that's why I think anyone that buys this car, they'll love it too. So obviously I don't think I'm going to keep this forever. It might be up for sale at the end of next year, and I say the end of next year, I'm looking to get a new car middle of 2023, so I won't be getting rid of this straight away. And I've talked about maybe but selling it at a reasonable rate to my girlfriend. So I'd probably put this thing up for 2022, but I'd sell it to my girlfriend for 15. I've said 15, so I gotta say 15 now. 15 grand. But obviously that way I'll still be able to drive it, because I would insure myself on it as well. And then obviously I'd have my own car as well. So I'd be taking a hit on the price, but I'd have two cars I could film with. So that's my thinking behind it. Let me know what you think, because the M2 comp is like the dream, but for the same money I can get an M3, which from the back looks amazing because they've got the flared arches. Now obviously this is the F80 M3 I'm talking about, not the G80, because that's just another level of price and performance. But I'll be about 24, 25 at the time, so the insurance should be fairly okay. It shouldn't be ridiculous. So I'm gonna film a video on this. Before I say the rest of that, yeah, let me know your thoughts. M2 comp, M3 or M4, which would you pick and why? Comment that below. My thinking is M2 comp, because it's essentially an M3 and an M4, but shorter body, shorter wheelbase, detuned slightly, but with a tune it doesn't matter anyway, which you'd probably do, because stage 1 is like 520, 530 brake, which is fucking nuts. And whoever made this roundabout needs shooting, telling you, idiots. But yeah, that's my thinking. M2 comp because it looks amazing and it's a proper driver's car. M3 because why the hell not? And M4 just looks insane, but they are a lot bigger. So which would you pick and why? And obviously I've owned this car for over a year now, so my next POV that I'm going to do, aside from another video which I've got lined up, so I would really consider subscribing, because we've got a load of 140 content coming. I'm filming a video with my friend Lewis, who's also got an M140, but his is stage 2, so his is running like 460, 470, something like that. It's absolutely insane and it sounds ridiculous. So I'm gonna get him on the channel. I think we're gonna film that on Saturday. It's currently Wednesday, but if the weather's crap it might have to be Sunday. But yeah, so stay tuned for that video, you don't want to miss that one. And I'm also going to be doing a 1-year review of this car. So obviously with me having owned this car for over a year now, I know it in and out. And so I just want to give my tips, my feedback, what would make the car better, what I love about the car. So yeah, again, stay tuned for that one. And I think I'll probably end it here, to be fair, because I think with me rambling, I could do a live stream of just me driving, and I could talk shit for 2 hours plus, but obviously that ain't gonna happen. So I'm gonna end the video here, I think. Again, what would you have? M2 comp, M3, M4? I would get an auto as well, because even though I like the idea of changing gears, I would probably daily the car. I wouldn't daily it because I can drive a van, but I wouldn't really be driving it on track. So I feel like just for when I do just want to pop to the shops or something, I can't be arsed with going up hills in traffic, changing gear, bang, 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 like that. It would be a lot of fun, but I've got used to this just let go and let it do its things kind of thing with the auto. And obviously that's a DCT, so the shifts will be mad compared to this ZF8. I also want to know what the MPG will be like on the motorways, because obviously it's a twin turbo, so it's got more torque. It's same 3 litre, it's not the same engine, but it's same displacement, 3 litres, but it's got 7-speed dual clutches as opposed to a ZF8 torque converter box. So I'm not quite sure how it'll fare on the motorway, because right now we're doing just under 70, like 65, 68 in 8th gear and 1500 RPM. Like, it's just cruising, whereas obviously you've got one less gear. So I feel like obviously the gear ratio is going to be different, like first and second might be a bit longer, whereas in first and second and third in this is like that. So yeah, maybe it'll get the same sort of revs and MPG, maybe it'll be worse. My thinking it'll be about the same because of the gear ratios, and one gear's not really that much when you tweak the whole thing. Another 140 over there. Yes. So yeah, enough of that. Let me know what you think. Subscribe if you're new, if you haven't already, you know, all that good stuff. Like the video, comment, it really helps push the video to more people, so we can have more stuff. And I'd like to do a giveaway at 1K subs, so please subscribe if you've stuck around this long. Right paddle shifters in the comments, so I know that you've watched the whole video. But yeah, enough of that. I'm gonna head home, eat, because I'm starving, and I will edit this video and upload it hopefully today. So I'll catch you guys in a bit. Have a great one. Peace.